Hey y'all, gonna let the room pick up just a little bit. We are going to let the room pick up just a little bit. You guys come on in. Come on in. Hey Miss Allen, how you doing today? How you doing today? I hope that all is well. Today has been a very peaceful day. I'm doing good. Today's been a very peaceful day. Sweetie, stop. Today's been a very peaceful day. For the most part, it really has been. I have no complaints whatsoever. I don't have any complaints whatsoever. I wanted to come on and give you guys an update on where we are. I'm just grateful. I'm still just can't get over the fact that it is actually the springtime. I literally cannot get over the fact that this weather feels so good. I'm just literally going to be real about it. I cannot get over the fact that the weather it feels so nice outside. Listen, Miss Allen, I'm happy about it too. I have nothing bad to say about it. I said, Lord, I'm not even upset about the pollen. I'm just so happy that the weather just it feels good. I don't even care about the pollen. I don't care about it. And I really do not. And so I wanted to give you guys an update on where we are right now with the housing process because I just listen, Miss Allen, enjoy that. Listen, it's nothing like the springtime. It's something about the springtime that just makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. It literally makes me feel good. Like it just makes me have peace. It makes me happy. I just cannot explain it. It's just something that just makes me feel all the way good. And so where we are, right now, I wanted to give you guys an update. Like I say, today it's been a pretty peaceful day. Even like with certain things like me actually going out and doing the things that God needs me to do today. I have not been overwhelmed. I've just literally learned that as long as you go with God's flow, everything will always be fine. And so actually I heard back. What's up, Natasha? I actually heard back from the bank today about the housing process. And so I wanted to give you guys an update because it has been like quiet, which I know is a very good thing when you're purchasing a home. Quiet is always the best because if they're, talking about a lot of things like that means issues that means there are some issues or whatever the case may be. And so right now where we are is moving forward with the appraisal on the home. And so that kind of brings my goal to around 575. That's kind of like where our goal is right now is 575. And so I actually have to sign that paperwork and give them the authorization to charge, my bank card with whatever it is. Listen, it had no. The bank that is financing my home, that's who's doing the appraisal. But that bank, the process, you have to get an appraisal on the home. And so especially new homes, new builds. And so right now, and since that time with regions, they have not given me any more issues. And I know that I kind of need that bank account until this housing process is complete. And so it has been no more issues ever since then. And so right now, our goal is 575, and that is just going to cover the appraisal. God has not really had me, talking about much of the housing process simply because it's been quiet. And so right now, that is what our ministry goal is to go ahead and move forward with that because once the appraisal is done, it's pretty much time to close on the house. And so it's like entering into this week, second day of spring, God is pushing me all the way back into the faith zone. And so right now, that is our goal. Can someone type that in? 575 is our goal. And the goal is to have this by tomorrow so that I can actually sign this paperwork, send it back to her. I said, Lord, I've already packed up the printer, but I will unpack it so that I can get this done. And so again, that is where we are, 575, and it's just for my home appraisal. It's literally the final step before closing. Once this is done, it's for the most part is smooth selling here on out. I don't know the numbers, and God is so funny because I had to sign paperwork earlier today. And I'm looking at these numbers and I'm calling the bank. I'm like, so what do I need at closing? She's like, well, I actually don't know. And so I figured that, that was, thank you so much, Miss Allen. That was just God's way of saying, like, go at my pace. So she doesn't really know. Those are just estimated numbers, but she does not really know exactly what I need at closing. And so I'm like, okay, Lord, go at your pace. And honestly, that's been the theme of this season. That has been the theme of today. Like, even things that have overwhelmed me in the past, like shopping or, looking for things, not necessarily buying things, but going in stores and just looking for deals on what I can find. There are small things that I need for my home. I just noticed that if you just go with God's flow, things that would typically overwhelm you, they won't. And so that is the update on where we are. I will probably do another broadcast once I get back home because I am going to try to work out, and then I'll have to print these documents and send it over to the bank. But that is our goal, 575. I do ask that to those of you guys that are sowing, that you just label this seed particularly. You can label it God is faithful. You can label it, paid in full. Habitat for Humanity Restore. Listen, I went to a store, Natasha, called Dirt Cheap. God knows, like, stores that have things everywhere. Like, I have this thing with, like, it overwhelms me when it ain't organized. But I actually I was not overwhelmed today. I saw curtains and things. I have to see if we have one of those. Habitat for Humanity. Let me actually write that down, because like I say, I don't need many things but small things like curtains, because they did not, blinds are not included in me purchasing this house. So I'm like, oh, I have to get curtains, because I can't have nobody like just looking in my house, seeing in my house. And so I appreciate that. I'm actually Google that at some point um today. I appreciate that. And so right now, again, where we are is, 575. That is the goal to meet between now and tomorrow. And as funds come in, I do plan to get on here to give you guys an update of actually where we are on that goal. And so, yeah, I've been looking at Home Goods. I've been looking at all those stores. I ain't went to Big Lots yet, but I have been to the others. Not Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and Home Goods. And it was another store I went in. And so I've just been looking at this point, not really buying anything, because a lot of those things, like even the curtains, like I really won't know until I move in. How the length and everything else. Facebook, listen, I've been on there too, Natasha. You are on it. Listen, you are on it. I welcome all of those suggestions. And so that is where we are right now. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. And so again, our goal is 575. To those of you guys that feel led to sow, you can sow. What you guys see me doing is literally I deal with things as God brings them up. It's just literally like, okay, God, this is what's popping up. So let's move ahead on this. And so that is it for now. The links for those of you guys to sow are there. PayPal.me/thoughts by T, or you guys can sow via the Cash App using $ uh thoughts by T. Listen, Natasha, I'm not opposed to a sale, but I do know that there are some moments where God just will not let me avoid not using my faith for certain things. But lately, for like the smaller items, he has been leading me to stores where I can get a good deal for exactly what it is that I need. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Natasha, nothing at all. And so that is where we are. I will update you guys. I'll probably come back on later on tonight at some point to give you guys another update. And so that is where we are right now. 575 is what we need. Hey, Stephanie. And it's just literally for the house appraisal, the home appraisal. And so that is it. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Listen, you be coming in right on time. Miss Allen has been scribing. I definitely appreciate those of you guys that just, can post, the goals on the screen. I definitely appreciate it. It makes it makes doing this a lot easier on me. And so I'm very grateful for those of you guys that do scribe. And so that's where we are. Again, the goal is 575. I need this by tomorrow. Because I'm gonna send the paperwork tonight, later on tonight. I have to reset up my printer. And it's very exciting, Stephanie. I'm like, okay, Lord, one step away from, you know, moving forward. And so that's it, y'all. Again, I'll update you guys as funds come in. But that's it. And so until next time, y'all, peace.